Hello, and welcome back to the coronavirus update video number 39.0. Today's date is Thursday, the 23rd of April 2020. Thank you for everyone who is joining in for the first time, and thank you all for the people who have been long-time watchers as well. I really appreciate you guys keep coming back, and of course you want to get all the information. So let's basically start into it. I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible today because, of course, today is Happy St. George's Day. So anyone who is called George out there, a happy Saint Day to you. But in fact, I'm going to probably up that one just one more time. Today is actually my wife Paloma's birthday. It is her big birthday today. I'm not going to reveal which number, but trust me, it's a very big one today. And yeah, we are going to be celebrating as much as we can in the house, obviously, in our garden that we've got out here in our terrace. But yeah, it's a big happy birthday to my beautiful wife. She's the one behind the scenes translating documents, making sure I'm understanding everything through Congress or any government official documents. So yeah, if you are watching this, Paloma, thank you very much for everything that you do for me, for the people in this video as well, but just thank you for being a part of my life as well. Really, really does mean a lot that you asked. That you said yes to marry me. and in fact, actually today she even lost a tooth as she was having breakfast. So I don't know if there's an old age joke there somewhere, but I thought it was kind of amusing this morning. Okay, let's jump into it today. So the infection rate, we always like to go through the different numbers and the statistics as well that happens over the last 24 hours. So as of today, the 23rd of April 2020, there are 213,024 people infected, and that is 4,635 over the last 24 hours. Yes, this is still going high. But this is through the quick tests that are going on at the moment. And of course, these quick tests are going to be for people who have maybe been working on the front line and now finally getting tested, or the people who have had symptoms and now finally getting tested as well. And this is what classes as someone who is infected, who's been tested and diagnosed as someone with the coronavirus. Recovery rate, there is 89,250 in total, and that is 3,335 over the last 24 hours. Again, a very, very high number there for the recovery rate. The deaths, we always like to talk about the deaths as well here, and there are 22,157 in total, and that is 440 over the last 24 hours. Again, this is similar of what we've seen over the last 4 days. Will it start dropping? I hope so, but we never know what actually is going to be happening until each day comes through. Okay, some other statistics that I've actually, this is just for me. Yesterday, I actually put out a new YouTube page, which I actually just thought I would just share these videos. As soon as I've done a video, I'll put them on there. And you guys have responded dramatically. Over 500 subscribers on that channel already. I still haven't done as much as what I wanted to do. Of course, yesterday I was organising Paloma's birthday presents to be delivered and made and everything like that. So thank you very much. Now, the YouTube channel is actually in the description, either here, whether depending if you're watching it on a phone or on your laptop or iPad. But the description in this video, there is the link to the YouTube channel. If you click on that link, you subscribe. Normally when you click on that subscribe button, there is a small bell next to it. If you click on that bell, you'll be notified every time I put up a new video or go live on that YouTube channel. Also, I put my Instagram up there as well. Yeah, it's basically because Facebook, I got written, well, this page especially, I actually got hit with a strike on this page. Now, I don't know if this is to do with the coronavirus information that I'm sharing, and that Facebook are trying to block any coronavirus, and maybe they got mixed up with my page. I don't know, but basically I got a strike. Nothing's happened as of yet, and nothing hopefully will happen, because I have, of course, I've put a message through to Facebook. They're probably going to be analysing the case and yeah, just seeing what happens. But this is just in case the Facebook page gets taken down. You guys are able to follow me on YouTube or Instagram, so I'll be able to update you on any other platform as well. So that's always very, very good to do. So yeah, thank you. If you want to join me on Instagram, click on the link above, or YouTube channel, you can click the link and subscribe to me on there, okay? Okay, let's jump into the news, but before we do that, I'm just going to say I've been bombarded with messages over the last 24 hours of people asking for predictions, what I think is going to be happening, when will they be able to fly. This type of information, unfortunately, I cannot share because I'm not going to be as factual as what the government will be. I'm not a psychic. I don't have a crystal ball, I'm afraid. So any of these questions that do come with me, I'm very sorry if I answered very bluntly. I don't know, but that is basically it. Until we actually get to the 9th of May, which is now the official date of lockdown when it has been extended to. But until we get to the 9th of May, again, we won't know exactly what is going to be happening with flights, borders, anything really, until we start reaching those, closer to the dates especially. So please bear with me with those. Please don't ask those questions because I won't have an answer for you, I'm afraid. Okay, let's move on to vaccines. There's been a lot of talk over the last 24 hours, in fact 48 hours, about vaccines. Every single country, it seems like they're trying to get to the vaccine first. Now, I've talked about this about a month ago, about the vaccine for the coronavirus. Yes, there are going to be lots of people working on a vaccine for the coronavirus, and there's going to be tons and tons of investors trying to get into this. Now, the information that you've probably seen is a vaccination could be out by the end of this year. Yes and no. What normally happens with a vaccine, it can take up to 10 years to be actually government funded and FDA approved. So this actually makes very, very weird sense that something normally can take 10 years can actually now be put into 1 year. So you have to be very skeptical, of course. With a virus, something like this, like the COVID-19, and a pandemic that has actually been going out over the last, 3 months or so, it is put into a high priority here. But I think what has been shared already, that a vaccine could be ready within a year, yes, it could be true. However, it probably won't be worldwide. It will probably be testing in certain countries where have been hit the most. And even then, those will probably only be trial testing on human before it's actually put out to the public. And this could again take another 12 months, 16 months, we don't know. But what scientists have been saying, and experts, in fact, from WHO, they've been saying that the companies that have been working in the laboratories to get a vaccine out there have been working record time to try and get something like this out. And no, it's not a conspiracy theory about only China has this. In fact, there's a company in Spain that actually were one of the first companies to be put to testing, like laboratory testings. So I guess this is going to be with rats or something like this. But yeah, the company in Spain was actually the first one. And I believe a company in Germany was almost bought by Donald Trump. So again, it's not conspiracy theories or anything. There's laboratories working on this, and they are working hard to try and get this as a priority, okay? Right, we'll move on to flights. Yes, flights are still available. I'm still getting messages on a daily basis of trying to get back. Flights are still available. The best advice I can give you is to go onto the British Embassy Madrid Facebook page. They normally post once a day a table with all the flights from over the next 5 days or so, with different airports and what times they're going to be going for. Ring the airline directly. Do not go onto their websites because they probably won't show these flights that are available. So try to make sure that you ring the airlines directly to see if you can get onto one of these flights. The flights itself, to get back to the UK or back to another country, you have to have residency to get back to those countries, and vice versa for people trying to get from the UK or Ireland or Sweden or Denmark into Spain. You have to have residency to get into Spain. I'm still getting messages of people asking if they can get through without a residency. No, we've actually had cases of messages on this page personally to me saying that they were denied flights because they didn't have residency. So please, don't book a flight unless you have residency, okay? Also, flights cancelled. Now, a lot of people, of course, they've had flights and they have been cancelled. What is going to be going on with these, with this money that you put down for this, and what's going to be happening with the refunds? So, as we know, and I've said this many, many times, by law, these airlines have to give you or offer you the option of a full refund, cash refund, not a voucher. It is a cash refund, and they have to by law. Yes, there was a couple of airlines that were taking off that refund button on their website, and they've actually been fined for doing this because this was an illegal practice by them. So yes, they do have to. And what you can do is, of course, insist on getting a cash refund. Yes, it will take longer, but you can insist. However, what I'm actually going to be saying is if someone, for example, if you're watching right now and you've got a holiday home in Spain, most likely when this is all over and the borders are open, you're probably going to want to fly to Spain. What I would suggest, and this is just in case you don't need that money straight away, maybe you paid €80 for that ticket. If you don't need that money and it's not urgent, yeah, take the voucher because you're most likely going to use it. And one, this could actually keep the airlines afloat. There's been a lot of talk already about airlines going into bankruptcy, asking for loans and asking for payouts as well. So yeah, I think if you take the voucher, this could actually help this airline in the future. And if it's a cheap airline where you're getting good discounts anyway, then well, why not? Even if you wanted to postpone and change the flight for another date in July or August or September, yeah, maybe try and do something like that because you never know what is actually going to be happening over the future. Maybe the borders are open in the start of June and you've got a new flight that could take maybe in July. So it could be something, unless you need that money and it is urgent, I think it's probably going to be best to maybe take the voucher. I know it's hard to say that and to admit that, but yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best thing. Also, some people have been asking, of course, when they're going to be flying. And as I said at the start of this video, I haven't got a crystal ball. But what has been discussed by, and again, this is all speculation at the moment, this is people talking, but I just want to keep you guys informed about what could be happening. Of course, with flights, you have to take in consideration what they will be doing in the future if flights are going to be taken on board. Lifted, not landed, grounded. Lose my train of thought. Basically, if flights are going to be going ahead, so if they are going to be going ahead, are they going to be putting in some sort of system where you can only have one person per row on the aeroplane? If this is the case, of course, flight numbers will be reduced, but the prices will probably go up. Or will they have some sort of passport system? Now, there has been talks in the past about people getting a vaccine, but again, vaccine probably won't be out for another 12 months at least. Or having a passport, which could actually basically say if you have the coronavirus, or if you are clean from the coronavirus and you've been tested from the coronavirus, something like this. And again, all of these things have to be taken into consideration here. So the future for airlines, who knows? Who knows what it's going to be like? But yeah, we just have to, of course, wait and see what's going to be happening over the next couple of weeks, especially. Okay, let's have a look. The next thing that has been the biggest news this morning, Vice President Sanchez, of course, he put out an announcement today regarding the information that was put out yesterday with kids being allowed out. Now, of course, the first thing that was put out less than 2 days ago was that kids were allowed to go to the supermarket, banks and pharmacies accompanying a parent. This was then turned around about 3 or 4 hours later, completely turned around. And I believe it was because of the people protesting online and sending emails and sending messages to Congress and sending emails to the government official websites that they actually did this whole U-turn and they said, no, kids will be allowed out to play. And they said yesterday that they're going to be giving more information, and Vice President Iglesias put the information through today about what is going to be happening with kids and what rules they're going to be expected to follow. Now again, this has not been officially confirmed by Congress. It still has to go through to Congress, but it's most likely to be passed. I think most political parties will be on board with this, so yes, this is going to be something that's passed. But as the rules are, kids will be allowed out from 0 to 14 years old, okay? This will be 3 children per adult to be able to go outside. Kids under 14 must be accompanied by an adult or an older sibling. Now, an older sibling will be someone who is 14 or over. It should be a maximum of 3 times a day, and the times will be from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and also to try and avoid rush hour. Basically, a lot of people going out after lunch or maybe early in the mornings or something like this. Try to avoid, if you see a lot of people out, maybe take a breather for half an hour and wait for that. There hasn't been much information about how long they could be out for, but I guess that will probably be produced when this is approved by Congress, but we'll wait to see for that. Yes, they are allowed to go out with bicycles, skateboards, scooters and toys and things like this, so this is good news as well. And babies are allowed out in prams, so great news for me. I'm a new dad, obviously, so I'm able to go out with my baby. My wife will be able to go out with our baby and actually have a little bit of a walk as well. The maximum distance is up to 1 kilometre, so again, if this is approved by Congress, you'll be allowed to go out for around about 1 kilometre. Now, I know a lot of people who are watching this, they're on resorts or golf resorts or urbanizations where it doesn't really cover the whole resort, which is good because you'll be able to stay in a safe area and not have to worry. So that is basically it. Oh, and masks. No, masks will not be an obligation. Children will not have to wear a mask when going out. So that's basically it. Oh, and the last thing as well, the communal areas. Now, the Vice President basically said if you're on a private area, for example, a resort or something like this, it could be up to the president or the admin of that resort to open up the parks. But of course, this has to be followed by disinfecting the parks, making sure they are completely clean after they have been used. So it could be a lot of work for admin to get this put into place. So I'm going to say for the moment, parks and areas of play will be off limits for the moment. We'll have to wait and see what actually happens. But yes, parks and everything will be off limits for the moment. Right, let's move on to masks. So masks, we've been talking about all week actually. Yes, the government are going to be basically funding these masks and they're going to be put into pharmacies. Most regions of Spain, they're going to be allowing one free mask for every person who has a health card. And this health card will basically, is your Spanish health card. If not, then these masks will actually be, you'll be able to buy them for 96 cents. Now, the pharmacies are actually taking a loss of this because, of course, with taxes and everything on that, they're actually paying about €1.30 per mask as it stands at the moment. So, yeah, these masks are now going to be a lot cheaper, just less than €1 per mask. So, yeah, that's basically it. Also, hand sanitizer as well. They're going to be looking into putting in a rule for hand sanitizers and the pricing of hand sanitizing as well. As for a 100 milliliter bottle, it will be from about €2.10 for 100 milliliters of hand sanitizer, and for a 500 milliliter, it will be about €7.50. And of course, this is exactly the same as the mask. Basically, these pharmacies who have bought these hand sanitizers, bottles, and everything, they're probably going to be at a loss of this. So yeah, I don't know how they're going to be working around this, but it'll be interesting to see what actually occurs over the next couple of days. Some people have been asking as well, when you go into pharmacy, I've only been asked to pay by card. Yeah, these are actually certain rules that pharmacies and supermarkets especially, they have put into place for safety measures that you can't pay with cash. It is not something that the law has put in or the government has put in as a rule, but it's something that an establishment can do and they can refuse to accept payment via cash. Some people have been asking about banks and cards and stuff like this, if you have a wireless card or a tactile card. And if you don't, I might have a solution for you. There is an application out there called Revolut. I'm actually part of this and I've used this for over a year now. My mum actually got me into this. And this application, you can actually work through different currencies. You can do cryptocurrencies as well, but that's for the youngsters there. But you can actually top up from your bank, keep that money on that application, and they will send you a free card. And this card you can actually use as a wireless transmit or a wireless card. So you don't have to actually carry around cash. So if your bank doesn't provide you with a contactless card, this application might actually be really beneficial for you. So what you can do as well, and to get a free card, it's all free, message me. That's going to be the best thing. Message me, I'll send you the link to get a free card basically. If not, I believe it's something like €10 or €5 or something. But yeah, message me, I'll send you the link. And if you follow that link, you'll be able to get a free card. And this can actually help with the contactless bit here as well. All right, the last two things that we're going to talk about here. Different regions, we talked about this yesterday, different regions and the presidents of the different regions of Spain, such as Murcia, Valencia, Andalusia, they have been putting in proposals for a lighter lockdown over the next 4 weeks or month, so to say. Now, basically, these, of course, will be taken into consideration by the government official, President Sanchez. He will, of course, be looking into which areas and which regions have been hit the least, and which areas are actually going to be still on possibly lockdown. Now, this is, again, it's all speculation and nothing has been confirmed. So if you're reading articles about Murcia or Valencia or Almeria coming off lockdown early, no, this has not been confirmed. Please wait until we get an announcement. But presidents of these regions have been putting these ideas forwards, so these proposals forwards to the president. So who knows, maybe on the 9th of May we can actually see some sort of loosening of the rules per region, and it could be different regions for different rules. So we don't know what's going to be happening there, but hopefully that could be something good, especially where I am in the Murcia region. It could be something great here. Okay, and the last thing here, some people have been messaging me and commenting on here that they're finding it hard at the moment. And yeah, we have been over 40 days now in self-isolation, lockdown, 6 weeks inside. So I can understand what's going to be going on through people's minds and everything. Luckily, I have a garden, I'm able to go out, but some people don't have that. So what I would recommend right now, if you're struggling right now, we can use this group. We are great in this group, and honestly, we might get 1 or 2 people who are giving, you know, some hateful comments, but the majority of the people here, 99% are really, really helpful in this group. So if you're finding it hard and you just want someone to talk to, you can message me. My wife, whose birthday it is today, if you're new here, or you just joined in, it's actually my wife's birthday today, so try not to message today, but you can. If you just need someone to message you and talk to, and you want to vent a little bit, message me on here. My wife will be able to contact you, and you can just have a little talk on Messenger, and I think that's going to be really, really helpful for the mental health as well. But even if you're struggling on here, just put a comment here and just say, I'm struggling, I need someone to talk to. There are going to be so many people in this group that are going to be willing to just send you a message just to see how you are doing, and you know, keep your spirits high. And in fact, this is how I like to end the videos, on a high note, on a positive note. And in fact, I've been getting success stories of people travelling back to the UK and back to their home and sending their thank you messages as well. So for everyone who has been able to get back and have been watching these videos thoroughly to get all the information, I thank you for messaging me. I'm really, really happy that you were able to get back to your home, back to your residency. So fantastic, really, really good news. Okay, that's going to be it. Remember, you can go onto the YouTube channel, the new YouTube channel, where I'm going to be uploading these videos over the next couple of days. I'll be uploading all of the videos that I've done, and every video that I do on this Facebook page, I'll also upload onto YouTube as well. So thank you everyone who has been watching, for sharing. If you can click that share button, that would be absolutely fantastic. Remember, click the links in the description for YouTube, Instagram. You keep up to date with everything. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. and remember, 8 p.m. every night, get onto those balconies, give a round of applause. And that is it. I'm going to go spend the rest of the day with my wife celebrating her birthday. Oh my God, I can't believe it's her birthday. Yeah, so it's going to be another good day. That's going to be my highlight of the day as well. So thank you guys so much, and thank you for all the messages. Seriously, we really, really appreciate all the messages for Paloma saying happy birthday. I know she'll be reading these afterwards as well, so if you want to share a message or give her a nice heartwarming message or a comment, you're more than welcome to do that as well, because she'll probably read them here as well. Alright guys, that is it. I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. For the meantime, stay safe and stay inside. Bye guys.